Hello, YouTube. So it's April Fool's Day. Yeah, not really feeling like pulling any kind of pranks. I'm too messed up in the head right now to really deal with any of that. So it's April 1st, 2022. It's 1:03 p.m. and I'm headed to Bullock's to pick up my equipment and actually work on music. I'm gonna actually work on music today. It's been, I'm not sure how long, to be honest, since I added any new music to my karaoke. It definitely feels like it's been over a month. Probably been closer to 2. That's something I used to take great pride in, is the fact that you could go to my Songbook DB page for Songbook DB page for my karaoke library, which is songbookdb.com/books/Dan, or you can just go to songbookdb.com, and when I ask for the DJ code, just type in Dan, DAN, all lowercase, all one word. There's a button. You think by now I'd know what the hell the button is labeled as. I think it's listed, it labels as just added or new arrivals or something like that. Whoa, I just love when they love when they paint the park. Nice. Anyway, you click on that, and it usually show how many songs. It show how many songs I've added in the last 30 days for karaoke, and I just always try to keep that number hovering right around 100. And it's been a long time since I've hit 100, but even with the kind of rhythm I've been on of getting to Bullock's, and all my equipment staying at Bullock's because I don't have access to a vehicle to move it these days. I get to Bullock's, set up a little bit early, maybe add a couple songs on Thursday, and then add a couple more between the time I end my show and the time I catch the bus at about 4 in the morning. And then I come back on Friday, work on music from whatever time I can manage to get there, which is all kind of based on when I manage to get my ass out of bed, which which doesn't sound like much, but with the schedule I've been doing at Amazon, and is how physical the labor is there, and then how little time you add to that. The roughly hour and a half to get home, 2 to 3 hours to try to head there and maybe get errands done en route, and it ends up and then the fact that I don't have a power switch that just turns me off and puts me into sleep mode, so sometimes it takes a while for me to get to sleep. It ends up into a whole week of just me not getting enough sleep by the time I get to oh my god, I never did get into Costco to ask them about removing these bushes, and I've been talking about taking them out myself. Swear to God I didn't do it, but this is the first time I've walked down this street since I've been back from Oregon, and the bushes that the junkies like to hang out in are all cut down. Now it looks like they've just taken them down to where they stick up just a little bit, so that they should potentially grow back. But yeah, they took them all out. Oh, nice to start my day with some good news and a sidewalk free from homeless fentanyl junkies. Oh, that's probably the best thing that's going to happen all month. Not an April Fool's joke either. That's real. Y'all just saw that on video. Not sure what day it happened. Again, this is first I've come down this street since, over a week ago. Walked down the street early Friday morning Oh, here you get to see the ridiculous line of people trying to go in and pay almost $5 a gallon for Costco gasoline. Obviously, gas isn't too expensive because y'all still buying it. Wow. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so it's the first time I've gone down that street since I went down it early Friday morning, exactly a week ago. About 5:20 a.m., 5:30 a.m., something like that, on my way to the post office. And I don't know if those bushes were cut down then. I don't think they were. I was on the south sidewalk and it was dark. And I don't think I even looked over there. Probably didn't look over there. I was focused on getting to my bus, getting to my plane. But yeah, I'm ecstatic to see those bushes. I'm so excited about that. I forget what I was talking about. Oh yeah, my music, my karaoke music. Anyway, I used to add a little bit every day, and I never got those numbers really high because I didn't have a whole lot of time to work on it. There were You missed. Yeah, sir, you drive like an idiot. That guy didn't even look up. Damn near backed right into me. Any question why I fucking hate cars and motorists these days? Anyway, where was I? I hate that there's not a sidewalk along this pathway here. Yeah, so that came to a screeching halt. I used to occasionally take extra days before I got the Amazon gig, of course. I'd sometimes come in on like a Saturday or Sunday, or pretty much any other day of the week if I could get there at an early enough time, and I'd set my computer up. Set my computer up in the DJ booth counter area. I was especially doing that when we had the extra TV. But I set myself up in the DJ booth counter area, and I would what do you call it? I would sorry, tired, not focused here. I would work on music for a while and enjoy being over at Bullock's and have a couple beers and just socialize and work on music. And if there was a game on, I'd make an effort to kind of make the sound for the game a little bit better by dropping the volume during commercials. And but yeah, I was pretty steadily adding music over the last year or so. And then I guess it was about 2 months ago when my shoulder bag got stolen down at the Wander Inn. It left me without headphones to use my system to monitor stuff, and there's a whole saga of videos where I touch on the subject of me trying to replace those headphones, and a pair of Sony headphones that I bought that end up having like a four connector smartphone plug as opposed to a 8-inch smartphone plug as opposed to 3 connector smartphone plug. And for some reason I figured that would be compatible with a standard 3 connector stereo adapter going from 1/4 inch to 1/8 inch, but it turns out it wasn't, which is exceptionally frustrating. And yeah, so for quite some time I didn't have headphones to do it. Now a few weeks ago, I did finally get exact replacements for my Sennheiser headphones that were stolen, browsing through my pictures on my iPhone, and stumbled across a picture of the headphones where I could clearly see the model number, which was really exciting for me because wow, what have we got here? It's just like a little taste of Portland here in Phoenix, except there's not a 10. Anyway. Oh, interesting. Speaking of Portland and homeless people and piles of garbage like that, something my daughter told me about Portland that I found very interesting that I've never heard mentioned in any of the videos about homelessness and the ever-appearing piles of garbage surrounding homeless tents and encampments, is that she said in the city of Portland, trash pickup is only once every other week, that they've dramatically cut it back, and that there are people that aren't homeless that will take, because their dumpsters are full, because the city is only emptying the garbage every other week, that will take their garbage and just drop it at homeless encampments because, well, there's, plenty of garbage there already. Kind of fucked up. And again, this is just anecdotal. This is what I heard from my daughter who lives there. I can't say I actually saw anybody doing that, but if that is true, that's pretty whacked. I mean, the homeless are already, there's enough reason to hate the homeless without adding, people who have homes, adding their garbage to that mess. And City of Portland, really, if you're not getting your dumpsters emptied for the people who actually are living in places and directly or indirectly paying property taxes, City of Portland, get your shit together. Goddamn. Hey, anybody need a donut? Not used to this much garbage in this parking lot. Usually this parking lot is fairly clean. Usually the riffraff is along the sidewalk at 44th Street and in front of the little wall that makes it difficult for pedestrians on the sidewalk to access the businesses in here. Anyway, I'm walking over to Chase, by the way, to get my check, get some money out of the bank. And it just occurred to me, so I got home, I just got my, I actually went home last night. I had lots to catch up on since the last video 2 days ago. I got home, checked on, I did finally get my new debit card from Wells Fargo, which was kind of complicated. Like everybody else, Wells Fargo wants to authenticate by sending a text message to the phone number I've registered with them, which is for my iPhone, which was stolen. That's just how everything's set up. And when I tried to order a replacement debit card through their banking app, that's because I wasn't unable to do that. I was unable to order a card through the app. And when I went to the bank and talked to a teller, she was also unable to issue me another card. Now, I was able to get that handled maybe about a week ago, maybe a little over a week ago, through a banker on the phone. It took a while to get through to somebody, and it was a lot more complicated to verify who I was without them sending a text message, which is really silly. Like, what does sending a text message do to verify who I am? It just verifies that whoever has that phone copied and pasted a link. There's no guarantee that person is me. I mean, imagine if the person who stole my phone, if when they stole it, it was unlocked. If I had succeeded in getting the screen on, because I was in the process of unlocking my screen when this phone was bum rushed and snagged out of my hand. Now, imagine had I got my screen unlocked, that person would have had access to my shit and would have been able to easily confirm that stuff. And meanwhile, I still have Brittany, almost the point of saying her last name at this point. I still have Brittany's phone, and I'm constantly getting those kind of things. She does seem to be trying to get into her accounts these days and change the phone number to her new phone. And I did have a couple of things that showed, instead of showing me that new phone number, showed it as star dash the last four digits of her new phone number. Otherwise I would have her phone number and I could call her and be like, hey girl, how about you get your old phone number back? What's up with your old phone number? Why am I getting all these text messages from people and authentication stuff? Let me help you. Let me help you. But anyway, I did get a message where she was trying to, I'm assuming it was her, but I'm not 100% sure. It said something about Snapchat and change of phone number Snapchat, but I went ahead and logged in and denied it anyway because I'm thinking it was probably her Snapchat account, but what if it was my Snapchat account? It didn't really give me anything to differentiate whether that text message was Brittany's or mine. So yeah, that phone number authentication thing, it doesn't authenticate shit. It really doesn't. Just whoever's holding that device. And how many people, because they don't trust their spouses or their significant others, have the passwords to their phones? You know, to go in and check to see if they're messaging anybody or see if they're on dating apps. Yeah, it authenticates nothing. So I had because that's the default assumed way of identifying yourself now in 2022. I had a hell of a time trying to just talk to this person at Wells Fargo, and I'm giving them so much information, and eventually they're like, yeah, okay, I can, it's finally letting me send a card. I'm like, it shouldn't be that difficult. I mean, the fact that I had my password for my online banking, or the fact that I went into a branch and showed my face to a banker that I see on a regular basis that recognizes my face, don't even need to see my ID to identify me, because she knows me. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? Are things getting better? I know things have been rough for you lately. She's a sweetheart. Knows me. Still couldn't do that. Still couldn't get me at 1 cent. So 1 cent, I finally got it. I'm not sure if I left it on my dresser or if it's in my pocket. At any rate, I need to go inside Chase, do my banking. Sorry, this is such an inconclusive video. It doesn't really give a whole lot of closure to anything, except for those stupid fucking bushes in front of Costco that are finally gone. And the bums are gone with them. So let's hear it for small victories.